Can you start by telling everybody about yourself, who you are in this world, what's your name,
Hey y'all. My artist name is Saturn. I'm also known as Aylin. That is the most gender affirming name that I could use, and I love it. Who I am in this world? I don't know, man. I'm just a fucking person. I'm just a person. I never know who I am, and then I know who I am, and then I never know who I am again. I don't fucking know. But currently, I am an architectural photographer, a commercial drone pilot, an artist, a thinker, a beer, a doer, just me.
Period. So, saying that you're did you say commercial drone flyer?
Pilot.
Pilot.
Yeah.
That sounds extremely intense, So can you break down to a layman like me, like, what is architectural photography and like what what does that mean? What does that look like?
It looks like a lot of work. It looks like a lot of work. To me, it's seeing the world from different perspectives. You get to see it in the form of buildings. You get to see it from the sky. So pretty much what I go out is currently right now in my role, I'm going out taking pictures of schools, parks, buildings, sometimes homes. I'm such a nerd about architecture and photos and like gadgets and shit. And then a commercial drone pilot, you get licensed by the FAA to fly. With that drone though, it's like being like, I feel like the only time that you ever really see the world from the sky is like in an airplane, right? I mean, that's like most of the time that's how you're seeing the world from the sky. But you get to put a controller in your hand, have a camera on a drone, and like you're seeing it, you're seeing the world from sky high, wide, like panoramic view. It's cool to like look at the world or architecture like at a straight like 90-degree angle looking down. Just the flatness of that perspective is just really fucking cool to me. It's just like, yo, I would have never seen the world like this,
Yeah. How long have you been doing that for?
Architectural photography, I just started like as a career in October of this year.
Okay.
But I got into real estate photography prior to that. And that was pretty cool. I was doing it for 2 years.
And so the pilot, the drone, that you use, that's a part of what you started in October?
So and with real estate as well.
Okay. So then what do you feel like kind of drove you to even approach real estate photography, architectural photography? Like, who were you then to like make the choice that this is what you wanted to do?
Pandemic time, I was broke, young, still trying to figure out like who I wanted to be, what I wanted to do. And I would just like get on Tumblr and just like look at buildings. And I'm like, yo, it's insane what you can do with a house. It's insane to see like an architect make a house art in a structural way. I'm such a nerd. But yeah, Tumblr, looking at stuff on there, Instagram. What was the question again? I got so excited and wrapped up.
And so I do want to say before I tell you what the question was, like, nerd out. Because remember, I went to school for construction management.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, so
Oh, it made me, okay, yeah.
So this is the space for
Yeah,
you
yeah.
to talk about all that.
No, yeah.
Get the fuck out. Put us on what it's like to be somebody that sees the world from the sky.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that actually sounds legendary as fuck. Anyways, but the question was, what like inspired you to even go in that direction?
Yeah. So, pandemic time, I was just really, everybody was like in the house. I was in the house just like on technology, looking at technology, and like time traveling with, you know, architects of the past, new architects. I'm not really like, I don't have like an encyclopedia of like architects that I like. I just randomly see photos and I'm like, oh my God, that's really cool. Like somebody did this, or like seeing renderings, like, yo, like what? But yeah, pandemic really just got me into it, just kind of like sitting back and like enjoying social media. Yeah. And I just got really, really inspired. I was really inspired. I was like, yo, like I want to be somebody who like can design a building that millions of people walk through, you know, in a day. And that people can feel like the functionality of the way that I designed this space. Just like I want to give people like a form of like sensory therapy, because I feel as though everything around us is so chaotic, and it's like if I walk through a building, I want that building, that structure, that environment that's supposed to like be over my, you know, my body. I want that structure to feel like peace, you know. And I want you to also like feel that breath of fresh air, but with art as well. So I want it to be like Art Deco. Like what were y'all thinking back then with Art Deco? Like, yo, Art Deco is insane. And it's like, where is the grandiose? The grandiose world. Like, we're not living in a grandiose world anymore. So I want it to be like artful, but I also want you to have that sensory relief instead of like the chaos. Because it's like, why am I opening the door like this? I don't like push or pull. What? Yeah. You know, it's like, okay, maybe I should just slide the door open, because I know that if I slide it, it's the easier way to. I'm tired of having to figure out which way I got to push or pull the damn door. I just want to be able to walk through the door, you know?
Yeah. It's absolutely crazy because my friend that I interviewed last, he is studying, like, he's a neuroscientist, so getting his PhD in that, but he focuses on like design, so like architecture and creativity, and basically one of the things that he focused on was how structures influence, you know, the emotional experience, the sensory experience, all of that. So like, you know,
I need to have a chat with him.
Yeah, I need to introduce y'all. Would have a really good, because you and the words that you just used, like, that would definitely fall directly in lap that for sure.
Yeah.
So then, okay, kind of new direction, maybe, I don't know. Where do you feel like you are on your journey of like finding your vision, being committed to your vision, acting on it? I don't know, whatever that means to you. Where do you feel like you are, like at this stage in your life?
I feel like the vision just always, like the vision keeps expanding, you know? So it's like, I feel like I am complacent, but in a good way. Like I'm okay with where I am. I'm not like really looking to the future with like anxieties, or like I don't know what's going on. I have a sense of direction. So I feel like I'm at where I need to be at. I'm at where I need to be. I couldn't even like tell you that like I'm at the finish line, because I don't know if I will ever be at the finish line. But I feel like I'm at a place where like I've achieved what I want to achieve. Now I can relax, have fun, and then keep building on the vision. But right now I'm just like, we did what we needed to do.
Yeah. So then I love that when you said that the vision keeps expanding. Like, where did you, like, what goal did you reach, or like what is one of those goals that you reached only to get there and realize that, oh, like the vision is bigger than this, or oh, like I'm actually gonna do this next thing?
I just had like a moment of like clarity a day or two ago. But to be honest, like when I bought my house back in April, it just coming to the realization that like I bought a house every day is like one of those markers where it's like, okay, yeah, I definitely did what I need to do. Now it's like we're here, we can relax a little bit more, but like let's keep that fire, like keep the fire, keep the flame alive, you know. It's like don't fan it out because it's not it's not done, you know. We want to build the fire up to a comfortable place, you know. And if it starts to die down, throw a little twill in there, you know. make sure the fire, you know, stays.
Yeah. So then what does it feel like to actually allow yourself to relax now? Like, do you get the feelings that you should still be like running, or do you actually like relax?
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Literally, I told you I came to like a moment of clarity, you know, a couple days ago. So it's like now, like at this current moment, I'm like, yo, we can really relax. Like, it's cool.
But I almost want to like dive into that, like to where hell maybe I could take something from it. You know, like what does it feel like to? And I know you said it's the past few days, but like in this present moment, you're feeling it. Like, what does that feel like to be able to be like?
It feels like pressure, like relief. Feels like if you were to go to the chiropractor, your back's been hurting for 7 years, and you go to the chiropractor and he pops your back in the right way, and you stand up and it's like, wow, I feel like I lost 100 pounds.
Yeah.
It feels like, you know, it feels like that. It feels like almost walking on a cloud.
Yeah.
Or walking on a cloud, I should say. But yeah.
That's beautiful. So now I kind of want to redirect to go in another direction. So of course I know that, you know, you do the architectural photography, but I feel like I met you from doing photography at an event. I think it was at the Love Project. I think that's where I met you, because you were taking pictures on the analog camera, or it was like a specific camera that you had.
I think it's that one. That little black one that's back there.
Very possible.
Yeah, it was definitely that one, yeah.
So then, like, how long have you been doing photography in general?
Ooh. I think I started in 2019, between 2018 and 19, yeah.
Okay. And do you have, like, could you put into words, like, the style or the feeling that you go for in your photos when you do your, I know that's, like, a random question, but, like.
I feel like I like a moody vibrancy.
Okay. Moody vibrancy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody actually had, and I can't remember what it was, and I wish I knew, and I wish I remember who the person was, but they were looking at my page on Instagram, and they're like, you have this very particular style, and they described it, and it was like perfect. But to me, it's like a moody, vibrant, maybe like a cinematic approach. Yeah.
And so in that moment of you saying that, it's like I wonder, or not I wonder, but that says a lot about your energy.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm coming from a curiosity perspective of how do you feel like that is a reflection of like who you are, and like, you know, the energy that you carry. Like, I don't know, I got like this vision when you said moody vibrancy. Like, I just got a feeling of like what that looks like.
Yeah.
Know? So yeah, random question.
Damn. Sorry, I spaced out. What's the question again?
Huh?
I said I spaced out. Remind me the question again.
How does like the moody vibrance that you go for in your video, like your edits, how does that reflect like who you are and your energy?
Oh, okay. Um, I feel like it makes a lot of sense though. Like if you actually meet me, because I do good in settings with a lot of people. You know, I'm very like uh, like I have I'm very good with like interpersonal relationships. But when you actually talk to me in like the more intimate settings, um, you know, hella deep, hella deep, you know, got the lights set up, you know, in the background, um, pretty chill. But I just like, I really like when sensory, like my senses are, um, not being overworked. It just feels so good. You know, it feels like, you know, I'm like, there's not too much noise going on. I feel like I like that. And I like to bring it into my art.
Mm-mm. I'm like relating on that sense of sensory overload, and when it's too fucking much happening, you know, like I feel like I completely understand that. So then, with that type of, I don't want to say personality or sensuality, but with that type of, I guess, whatever word that means, like, how do you then go into the world, into groups of people, into other things, and like not feel like you need to leave because it's an overload?
Yeah. I mean, I've always like literally go to parties with friends and like people people would be like, "Oh yeah, Saturn's off on their own, Aliens off on their own." It's not that big of a deal. They're always like that, you know. Like I'm okay with stepping out, you know, of large crowds or like, you know, say there's a party going outside, there's an outside area. I'm okay with, you know, going out to those areas and putting myself in an environment that suits me.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind, you know, being out at a party, loud noise, but okay, after a little while, I'm gonna remove myself. I'm gonna make myself comfortable. Yeah, and I went to a concert recently. I just bought these like cool earplugs. Excuse me. I bought these cool earplugs, and uh, anytime I go listen to like a drummer, well, not particularly drummer, but anytime there's a drummer at the concert, their drums are always so loud, and especially when you're like standing right at the stage. And sometimes I feel like it washes out the artist's voice. So I bought these earplugs because I do get overstimulated at concerts. It's been like 2 recent concerts that I've been to, and I literally could not hear the artist. I couldn't sing along. Like, and they were like people that I really enjoyed. One of them was like somebody that I really wanted to see, but because it was so loud, I could not enjoy the concert. I couldn't sing along. You know, I couldn't feel those feelings that I feel with my headphones on. So I bought earplugs to help me at concerts, and I went to Use of Days. Ugh, I love him so much. But I went to see Use of Days and put these earplugs in. So much better. Like the music was muted to a point to where like everything sounded good. It wasn't like overstimulating. It wasn't like one person was like overplaying the other. It just felt good. Like I can enjoy the music. I'm like, yeah. So just things like that, like learning what things like overstimulate myself, and then accommodating those senses.
Yeah. I feel like I could definitely take, you know, from what you just said, and I feel like I'm the kind of person that will not go somewhere or, you know, I'll be there for fucking 15 minutes and then I leave.
Yeah.
You know? But like using the earplugs was a way to kind of meet that middle ground where you didn't have to leave, but you did have to modify and like treat your needs in that space, you know? I feel like from everything you said, some things that you repeated, like I'm gonna take away the importance of feeling good.
Yeah.
And and like modifying your environment to where it is good for your senses, to where it does like quench you almost.
Yeah, yeah.
But I want to appreciate you for being on the camera and having this conversation with me. Is there any kind of last thing you feel like you want to say to everybody before we cut the camera off?
Shit. There's a lot to be said, but nah, man. I just appreciate people's patience. I appreciate and I'm grateful for, even being able to be here, alive, living, and creating my own experience in the world on this humanly plane. I'll be happy when I can ascend, I'll be happy when I can ascend to the next plane, because this is real crazy out here, Why did I volunteer myself? I don't know, but yeah, I'm grateful. I'm happy. I'm appreciative. I thank Source, for blessing me every day. I thank myself. I thank my partner and I thank my family and my friends for supporting me, being here for me. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Peace out.